actually did it. They gave Bray Wyatt the title heading into WrestleMania. WWE finally did something right. Wait a minute. This has been building for a long time? And to think it all started with Kane months ago. I kid, Pulse. No, but for real, it started months ago back when Kane was involved. I don't know why you don't get that. Not involved in the long-term storyline, I just like to fuck with you. So anyway, Bray Wyatt finally won. In the past couple years, Bray Wyatt has been the guy that's put over other people. It was never right for him. Everybody complained. Bray Wyatt is money. But what does it take for Bray Wyatt? Now, my whole point when they faced Kane, and Kane got involved, was at the time, he needed the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt needed them to watch us back, and when you would lose, it was like hell within the Wyatt family. His family's getting injured. They're going away. You're having all this stuff happen. Insert Randy Orton. Unlike when Daniel Bryan infiltrated the Wyatt family, Randy coming in isn't like Daniel Bryan, right? You keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. You become the guy. Now, yeah, there are going to be power struggles between Randy Orton and Bray, and part of me doesn't want to see him face, or after they face, I want to see him continue as a tag team. It's that good of a story. But this is something that WWE has been doing now, and I want to stress this because I come off like a real douche when I try to sound right on Twitter. But here's the thing. I stopped watching WWE like a wrestling fan back in August. I stopped looking at what Meltzer was saying, and not necessarily that I don't look at rumors and spoilers because, let's be honest, as a wrestling fan, it's pretty impossible not to. But when you start watching the content and what happens on TV, you start to notice stuff, right? Like an actual TV show. Like, honest to God, put away all your thoughts about Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon and anything else, and think about how disheartening it is as a writer if, say, something leaks, right? Like, let's say in The Walking Dead, when the season kicked off last year, if it leaked 4 months ahead of time that Abe and Glenn, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, get their head chopped off and it's going to be brutally vile, the fans would revolt and the fans would demand something else. But then when it happens, although you didn't react well to it, there was a stated purpose because that's what the writers wanted. And unfortunately in WWE, because it's an ever-changing product, the writers don't always get the stories they envision or the great stories they get. They craft stories based on what the audience is willing to pay for or come witness. So the whole Braun thing that I called out last year that happened, Cena winning the title, I called back in September because it was obvious from where they were going from a storyline perspective. And then comes Bray. Actually, sorry, before comes Bray, comes the leaked rumor of Randy Orton winning the Rumble. Now, if Randy Orton hadn't won the Rumble, or it hadn't leaked that he was going to win the Royal Rumble, you would go, whoa, what the hell, right? And if you're a WWE fan, it's true. When they should be pushing a lot of the younger guys, Randy winning doesn't make sense. Why would Randy win? Randy was in evolution. Randy's been around 20 years. Randy's not the future of the WWE. But the guy he's working with is. And that's what WWE is doing. They're doing more what's called association. And I have stressed this a lot. Tonight they introduced a new Elimination Chamber. It had padding. And some people were complaining that they put padding in there. Bro, the wrestlers give their life for our entertainment. It's okay to have some padding instead of steel to get hurt, right? We can like prolong their careers. Not everything is about us. The new chamber was rad. The padding was rad. The way Bray Wyatt won was rad, and it was a story. The Royal Rumble had a full story that Tony and I broke down with everything that happened and how they got there. And again, fans just saw Randy winning. One of the things that I've kept hearing over the last month is the best storyline going on TV is Bray and Randy. Bray and Randy. And then it leaks that Randy's going to win the Rumble and everybody's complaining and I'm going, but if it's the best story going, unlike on Raw where Goldberg is possibly going to win the title, steal it away for match number 3, it makes sense to give Randy the title, right? Bray's going over. Luke tonight became a star and I've said this forever. In my prediction video, I literally said that. So here's the thing that I want to stress a lot. I don't want to come off like a douche and I'm sorry if I do. But as a lifelong wrestling fan who loved wrestling, when Dirt Sheets came out, it ruined me as a fan. It got me, especially producing YouTube content, it got to the point where I was like, they really don't like this guy. They hate him backstage. It's the backstage news. It's this. It's Vince doesn't like that kind of person. Why would I give a shit? I watch the TV show. Why do I care what happens on backstage? I mean, yeah, I'm kind of intrigued a little bit of the drama, and don't get me wrong. But why does that stuff matter to me? Does that affect the TV show? And that's where I got to thinking, and I started just watching it as a wrestling fan. Now, if you love wrestling too much, it's hard to do. And I know it's not easy, but this is another perfect example of how it worked out, and when the story made sense, WWE capitalized. What I was trying to say with association was, in years past, you would start off a WWE feud with a 6-man tag, and then 3-on-3 guys would brawl, and then it would turn into 3 1-on-1 matches, right? No story. WWE instead did this thing with, Sami Zayn and Braun Strowman in between Roman and Seth, association with world champions. Sami hadn't done anything all year. He was like pushed down the card, and now right around Mania season, he is with the champions, the top guys in the company. Hasn't wrestled week in and week out like Daniel Bryan did. Association, Braun Strowman. You associate him with jobbers all the time, and then boom, he's there with the champions. Boom, in the Rumble, he's eliminating the most people. Boom. This is a new era of WWE, and I've noticed it, and that's why if you stop watching like an old WWE fan, I'm not saying it's going to get better, and I'm not going to say it's going to make sense or you're actually going to enjoy it. I'm just trying to tell you, as a wrestling fan, it's made me so much more happier, not have to worry about, oh, Sunday's coming up this week. Oh, but Vince doesn't like that guy, and then I get myself all upset, right? If something like the ending to Nikki Bella versus Natalya, I tweeted out like, oh, I'm not a fan of that, but the match was really good. I would be cool with seconds, right? So Bray Wyatt winning finally happened. It took some time. It wasn't quick. It wasn't fast. He had to go through everything. Jericho lost for 2 years and then finally has been headlining Raw all year. WWE doesn't do a lot of stuff great. But when they do it damn well. And this Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton storyline, especially when you saw that video package at the start, is one of the best feuds they've got going. So anybody telling you AJ should have held the title going in, you're wrong. I love AJ Styles to death, but Cena coming back and winning as a transitional to pull him out of the way, and then Styles pinning Cena and getting his one-up back on him, and to have Bray swoop in. So the best story, not people, the best story, the one thing that all wrestling fans crave, story comes to light, and WWE writers nailed this Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, Randy Orton story. So WWE, I appreciate your work, and as a writer, as a person who's working on a book, Wrestling Isn't Wrestling Part 2, The Ultimate Control for Power with Triple H, I appreciate your work. Thank you for this storyline, and this is the first time in a long time I marked the fuck out. I'll be honest with you, I marked the fuck out when I saw the Randy Orton Bray Wyatt video package. 100%. I marked out like a fucking kid. I've said this once, and I'll say this again. The best matches and the best feuds have the best video packages. I cannot wait to see what Best Friends, Y2J, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn have planned for WrestleMania. Because if it was anything like that promo video, Best Friends sell. The only problem is the game is rigged, and Bray Wyatt came out on top. Until next time, my name is Tubby Emu. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, let me know in the comment section below. What could have been done better? What could have done worse? I don't know why you would want to do worse. Just let me know. Until next time, we will see you all later.